Tonight, a second coronavirus death and more local cases. Some schools closed, buses getting cleaned, as thousands of people stock up for a possible quarantine.
You can't even find hand wipes anymore.
Yeah.
They're not in the stores.
I heard
it's
at
a mess.
Costco it was a
Chaos.
And now, the very people who protect us face possible exposure.
As we test more, we'll likely find more cases.
KIRO 7 goes in depth, separating the fact from fiction in this coronavirus emergency. And we start with breaking news. In the last 40 minutes, public health officials confirmed a second person died from the coronavirus in King County. Washington in a state of emergency as the virus spreads. Right now, there are a total of 10 confirmed cases in King County, including the 2 people who died, 3 cases now in Snohomish County. We have team coverage of the coronavirus emergency tonight. We begin with KIRO 7's Deborah Horne. Debbie?
Steve, I had a chance to speak to a spokesman for the life care facility you see here, and they are telling us that, yes, someone did leave this facility this afternoon, but they are not yet ready to tell us what is going on with that person. We do know that several residents are being monitored here because they are sick with some kind of respiratory illness, and 2 people from here are hospitalized with the coronavirus. Just after 4 o'clock this afternoon, a resident of Life Care Health was loaded into an ambulance. It was a dramatic example of how quickly the situation is changing. 2 of the 10 people who tested positive for COVID-19 in King County were at this long-term care facility, a resident and an employee. At least 7 others here, sick with some kind of respiratory illness, are being monitored too.
Talking to my family and stuff, it's like it's really literally in our backyard, and it's really surprising.
Dave Severson has lived across from Life Care for 20 years. The news is unsettling to him and his neighbors.
I don't feel sick at all. I've not had any interaction with the people that work or live there. I just know that there's a lot of people over there that could possibly be susceptible to this just because of their health issues. So.
Being so fragile.
Yep, absolutely.
So far, 10 people in King County have tested positive for the coronavirus, and now 2 people have died. A man in his 50s and just yesterday, a man in his 80s, both at Evergreen Hospital in Kirkland. The U.S. Postal Service confirmed a worker in the Federal Way facility is at home recovering from COVID-19. The woman in her 50s had traveled to South Korea. Now 25 Kirkland firefighters assigned to Station 21, plus 2 police officers who accompanied them to Life Care, have been in quarantine since midnight Saturday. So the city of Kirkland has activated its Emergency Operations Center.
We are fully staffed right now. If it comes up that we do need assistance moving forward, we already have mutual aid agreements with all of our neighboring fire departments.
Now, this healthcare facility remains on lockdown. No one is being allowed to go in unless they work here, and residents suffering from the respiratory ailments are in isolation. They are trying to do their best, they tell us, to try to stem the spread of this disease, but as we are seeing, it continues to do just that. Reporting live in Kirkland, Deborah Horne, KIRO 7 News.
All right, Deborah, thanks. Team coverage continues now with KIRO 7's Michael Spears at Evergreen Health Medical Center in Kirkland. Michael, the second patient died there.
A man in his 70s who health officials say tested positive for the new virus and died at the hospital yesterday here at Evergreen Health Medical Center in Kirkland. Now, the health department said that man had underlying health conditions and was brought here to the hospital from Life Care Center of Kirkland. Health officials say he's one of 4 new cases involving people from Life Care, where you heard Deborah Horne reporting from, with 3 other people still hospitalized here at Evergreen Health. Now, those cases include a woman in her 80s, a woman in her 90s, and a man in his 70s. All listed right now in critical condition, and all have underlying health conditions according to health officials. When you add those numbers up, that brings the total number of cases of novel coronavirus in King County to 10, with 2 deaths now reported. Now, as far as Life Care, that center in Kirkland, we're told when you count the 4 new cases, including the man who died here and the 2 previous confirmed cases, they now have 6 confirmed coronavirus cases from that facility at this point, with many more suspected and symptoms now prevalent. For now, reporting from Kirkland, I'm Michael Spears, KIRO 7 News.
Schools around the area are being extra cautious, including one that decided to close tomorrow. HAZEN High School in Renton is shutting down for cleaning and disinfecting. The superintendent says a student and their parent are being tested for coronavirus after experiencing flu-like symptoms. The school district will also notify families whose students may have come in close contact with the patients. In Snohomish County, Everett Public Schools called in workers this morning to disinfect several buses. KIRO 7 stopped by Jackson High School earlier today, where crews were working on the parked buses. And in an abundance of caution, Gateway Middle School in Everett and Heatherwood Middle School in Mill Creek are also being deep cleaned and disinfected. And the Everett Fire Department is taking extra measures to make sure it can keep serving the community. Responders are now using goggles, filter masks, and gloves when treating patients with any respiratory problems. They'll also wear disposable gowns in the event they encounter a possible case of the coronavirus. Today, Naval Base Kitsap announced it is calling off an event because of coronavirus concerns. The base tweeted that the USO concert is canceled. They say it's to help limit the spread of the virus at large gatherings. Well, it's a run on supplies like hand sanitizer and dried food at area grocery stores. KIRO 7's Dee Sun found empty shelves at places like Fred Meyer and Costco.
We got here to Costco right when the doors opened, and there was a line to get inside. Look at how crowded this parking lot is, and even the overflow parking lot, it is completely full. Stores all around our area are sold out of things like hand sanitizer and alcohol, and people are definitely making a run on supplies.
It's pretty crazy in there.
Shoppers are loading up their carts at Costco, some wearing masks and gloves as they snapped up stuff that might come in handy if they have to quarantine.
There was no toilet paper, which I also was hoping to get. There was only a few things left of paper towels that I was able to get. Still some bottled water, but it was almost gone. So, and no rice. Yeah. All the rice is gone.
It's a similar situation at Fred Meyer in Kirkland.
We needed some ground meat, and then we looked at the aisle, and there was nothing there.
Meat shelves empty. And if you're here looking for hand soap, rubbing alcohol, or even bleach, you're out of luck.
You come in late, you're going to get screwed and can't buy anything.
Shopper Paul Smith is wiping down his grocery cart.
You can't even find hand wipes anymore.
Yeah.
They're not in the stores.
I heard
it's
at
a mess.
Costco it was a
Chaos yesterday.
He's doing this not just to protect himself, but also potentially others.
My wife is homesick. At this point, her doctor's saying she's got the flu or a fever and not coronavirus. But God, we don't know at this point.
The supply shortage extends to face masks. Earlier this week, even before the latest rash of cases and first death, we showed you totally empty shelves at Home Depot.
We do inventory for Home Depot as a third party, though. Everyone was asking for face masks, so I'm not surprised at all. But it's a pretty big deal, so I'm here and now I'm getting scared because it's coming.
Others are turning to Amazon, trying to shop online, only to find masks sold out there too, or listed at astronomical prices. One listing had 4 boxes priced well over $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's wrong. But that's what companies do.
Amazon is trying to crack down on price gouging, and doctors are telling you unless you are sick or directly handling sick patients, you don't need a mask.
Not buying masks so that the hospitals who really need them should have them.
Some employees I talked with both here and at Fred Meyer told me they don't know when things will be back in stock. In Kirkland, Dee Sun, KIRO 7 News.
Sound Transit says it's mobilizing to protect passengers from coronavirus, and that includes a focus on cleaning trains and facilities more thoroughly and frequently. Any vehicle involved in a biohazard situation will also be removed from service until it's disinfected. If you see an area that needs attention, you're encouraged to alert a transit employee.